Congratulations! You are at the right place at the right time to start your day with a lightning bolt of energy. If you're here, it's because morning talk shows and even most podcasts have you down in the dumps, depleted and yearning for more. I want more money. I want more time. I want more magic. I want to be told what to do. I want to find what works. I want to scale my business. I want to be provided with actionable inspiration. And if more is what you want, then get ready for the Unblinded Huddle, which is the #1 way to start your day with a dose of integrity-based human influence. With your hosts, Sean Callaghy, Fernando Valencia, Adam Gugino, Jared Yellen, and the entire Unblinded movement.
Hey, good morning, folks. How we doing out there? Fernando, do you have me, sir? Can you hear me?
I am present with you, Sean. This is Jared. Fernando's not feeling 100%, so I am here with you today. Let's pitch and catch. Do you want your camera on?
Yes. Let's go. We're going new huddle format. Welcome to this Trajectory Tuesday. How are we doing out there, folks?
Everybody is wonderful. So, Sean, your camera is not on, so if you want to put it on.
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, thanks for a little technical difficulty. We're just getting calibrated to this new format of the huddle. We got it. We're working on it for 5 seconds while we're working on getting the camera.
Give everybody some shout outs as Sean is getting his camera on. So what is up, Krista? What is up, Jay Levine? What is up, Tesla? What is up, Gina? What is up, Robin Crouch? Teresa Pfefferly is ready to rock and roll. Brian McCann, LBI Eileen, Peter Swain, what is up? Sean Grossi. Everybody share something new and exciting right now as Sean is getting his camera on.
Well, and I definitely loved hearing, Jared, that we folks were psyched about the music. So yes, we will be having music every morning. We're going to be making a pivot shortly to opening the line at 8:25 a.m., having the mastery huddle at 8 a.m., operating on a different line, having a little bit of camera difficulty, not quite sure what's going on, getting an error message, but we'll keep rocking anyway. So Jared, we have some incredible guests for this morning, and we'll get this worked out for tomorrow, but camera-wise. So we're also moving the huddle, beautiful innovation that Jared is so awesomely working on, to have, once again, everybody's faces up here magically together. We're going to be able to see one another. We're going to be able to unmute and hear people's applause and everybody jumping in. So we want to make this the greatest way to start your morning in the world. We continue to say that. The innovation will never stop, ever stop. So any ideas, any thoughts, always be able to drop it in. Understand we can't do everything, can't make it exactly your way, but we're here to create something magical, powerful, incredible each day. So Jared, on this Trajectory Tuesday, we have some amazing people with us. And who are those folks?
We do. We have two rock stars of the real estate world who are eager and excited to join us. The first is Teresa Pfefferly. Teresa is born and raised in New Jersey. She is well-versed in all residential areas of real estate, and is not only a realtor, but also a real estate broker. Teresa has been in the industry for over 18 years, and her passion is making her clients transition into a smooth process. I'm going to get Teresa on here. One moment. Teresa, you can now speak, and just unmute yourself. I think Fernando's here as well now. So Fernando, I'll throw it back to you, my friend. That's awesome.
Teresa, how you doing out there?
Hey, Sean, how are you?
I'm doing awesome. So just for folks, how many agents do you have that work with you?
170.
Yes. So how does one get to a place? Congratulations on having 170 agents. How you, by the way, since you're here in this challenged hotbed dealing with Corona, what's that looking like for you right now? Like, how's everything been in terms of your life and lifestyle, maybe your family? Like, what's that looking like?
Thank you. Thank you for asking my family as well. As I'm sure the rest of us are all a little edgy with being in the house more than we would like. It's changed real estate quite a bit. Just due to the fact that you can't go out and interact with the public like you would like to.
Yes.
And so it's interesting though, because I believe that in every downturn of anything that happens in our nation, there's always opportunity.
Yeah.
And
Teresa, take that in 1 second. If I could jump in, so I want to jump in that 1 second. But first, credibility-wise, 170 agents.
Yeah.
Like, let's that land, right? So, and you're not coming on this call like, hey, what's up, everybody? Like, you have a beautiful, peaceful, calm, centered energy, which is amazing. So, how did you get to, and I mean sheer process.
Yeah.
How did you get to 170 agents? If you had to explain to people how to create a business with 170 people, and they're not on salary, right? They work for commission. These people.
Yeah.
So how do you build 170 commissionable people to follow your lead? If you're going to have 30 seconds to explain that to people on this huddle, what would you share?
Well, I think you have to lead with integrity.
Awesome. Okay.
Which is one of the reasons why when I heard you speak at the New Jersey Realtors Leadership Lunch, I approached you.
Okay.
And you have to have persistence, right? Integrity and persistence is really, and you have to do what you say you're going to do, which is being in integrity.
Yeah. So did you find that getting somewhere early in your second, third, fourth, fifth agents was just somebody that helped essentially become a source of social proof for you? Like, you were the dancer and then you had an additional dancer. And what people often say in leadership dynamics and scaling is that people don't follow really the actual leader. They follow the first, second, third dancers. So was that the dynamic that happened for you, that people began to model and follow the people that initially followed you? I
definitely believe that was part of the recruiting. That was what was happening, as agents were committing to come over, because they started in a market where it was dominated by another broker. And so as agents started coming over and committing, saying, I'm gonna, when the doors open, I'll be there. And that became easier and easier when other agents were hearing, wow, okay, Sam Smith is coming over, then that must mean that it's going to be okay.
Yep. So for everybody to understand this, we just talked about it on the Unblinded Sales Mastery call. We talked yesterday about pluralistic ignorance, and social proofing doesn't just work in the realm of, hey, Teresa's a good person. It also works in the realm even more critically of following the action steps of other people in the context of Teresa. So Steve going, hey, Teresa's great. But then it's like, well, Steve, why aren't you then like working with Teresa? Oh, well, like, people are going to follow what Steve does. That's the social proofing dynamic for folks in creating disruption and shift and acceleration. So said simply, if you're looking to create a different set of behaviors, it's not just what people are saying about you, it's what people are doing with and around you. And Teresa, would you agree with that?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. And so for you're going to talk about opportunities, and then we'll get to our other amazing guest for this morning, and then we'll bounce back to you in a moment, Teresa. But you said there's opportunities in anything that happens. That's a beautiful mindset. So what are you seeing, in 30 seconds for everybody, as opportunities for you or in the space of real estate in light of this really hard situation?
I think that I'm choosing to look at it that because we're forced to have no other way to interact with people except video, that it's taking away the argument that I don't have time to figure that out or do it. And it's made for me a bit like in my wellness calls, right? So I'm reaching out to people I know in my sphere of influence, just checking on them. And while I'm doing that, I'm saying, hey, I thought it would be a really great idea if I could just interview you and talk about what you do. It might be advantageous for you. Maybe someone else in my sphere of influence would appreciate that. It would provide value to them. And since everyone's locked up in the house and they can't really go anywhere, it's a captive audience.
Awesome.
So that's.
Yeah. And you find that's enhancing your skill sets? Like, how many of these have you done? And are you finding acceleration in your own skills as you're repeating this process?
So interesting question. How many have I done? I have booked next week 5 of them, but I haven't actually done any yet.
Gotcha. So my beautiful challenge to you is take that 5 to 25, right? And go completely nuts with it and watch what happens at the end of 1 week and your rock star skill sets even expanding to a new exponential level. So it doesn't have to be 25, but some other accelerated number. Everybody's going to say yes, you're amazing, and your unique identity. What I find interesting is if I were you, I would just say there's a social proofing dynamic to it, saying I have 170 agents that work with me. Like immediately, Fernando, if I go, hey, Teresa's a fantastic real estate agent. She's in the space of real estate, does a great job. On the one hand, and then I add a small detail that she has 170 agents that work for her on a commissional basis. What's the difference in the gravitational pull towards Teresa, or at least being open to the reality that she's a rock star?
Yeah, everything prior to that is like, she sounds interesting. And then once you start adding that social proofing, it's instant rising by at least 3-4 points.
Yeah, extraordinary. All right. Does that make sense, Teresa?
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. So hang with us. Can you hang with us for 1 more minute, please? Yeah. So Fernando, who else do we have this morning as another rock star in the space of real estate?
Let's do it. I'm going to go for the last name. We have Lucianne Sharifovic. Lucianne is a luxury real estate powerhouse, thought leader, and CEO of Luxian International Realty. She is the first luxury international virtually based real estate company using blockchain technology. Outside of the fact that she is a fitness champion and a model, she's also authored a book, Handle It, Get It Together, and Finally Have It All. Lucianne.
Hey, Lucianne's in the house. What's up, Lucianne?
Hi, Sean. How are you? Hello.
Very
family.
good.
Thank you so much.
Mona's whispering like, Lucianne's my friend.
Hi, Lucianne.
Lucianne's my friend. I'm like, that is amazing. So your friend Mona says hello, Lucianne.
Mona, love you.
Love you, girl.
So what's up, Rockstar? How are you?
I'm doing amazing. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Well,
you always talk about the power of the microphone. You gave it to me now, so I have to deliver.
Yeah, and your energy is infectious and present. So, Lucianne, what for you is happening right now? Like, how are you faring with Corona in the quick 30 seconds? How is it impacting your day to day, and what's that look like?
Yes, so I have a lot of sympathy for the families that have been sick or those who have lost their loved ones. But in life, we've learned that we have to take these challenges and take advantage and see opportunity, right? So I'm the type of person that I've always seen the glass half full. So to me, because I am the first virtual real estate company, it's been a struggle for people to understand what that means. And it's amazing how that has quickly changed, because I've had now several transactions that happen virtually. And before, most people couldn't adapt to the fact that they needed to get things done digitally and without seeing each other. They really thought I had 3 heads every time I would say, well, can my clients see this apartment virtually through FaceTime or video? And they just couldn't understand that now is just the new norm. So I see this as an opportunity to go forward 4 or 5 years that I think we would have taken if we were in this position right now.
Oh, extraordinary. So interestingly, in certain industries, there's been extraordinary opportunity. Well, listen, in everywhere there's opportunity, even if we can't see it yet. I absolutely believe that. Even in the restaurant world, like, how could you possibly say that? Like, I don't know what the answer is, but I do know that in every situation, there's good dynamics and possibility that emerge. So I don't know what it all looks like yet, but it's clear that it's impacted you in that way. So Lucianne, how you've obviously been very successful in the space of influencing human beings. Is that a fair statement?
Sure.
Yeah,
I would say so. Yes.
Yeah. Right. So listen, do you live in some level of wonderful abundance?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I'm very lucky. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm blessed.
You are blessed, and you have worked hard for it. So what was your access point to, let's give a little bit more color. So in creating your financial abundance, what has it been? So people get like your success level. What was it that, or what are some things, if 2 or 3 quick bullets that you would share with people So that people will be like, wow, this person has really taken themselves on and created some breakthroughs in the world. Like how would you measure the successes that you've created thus far?
This, I still feel, because I'm such a driven, passionate person, that I still have such a long way to go. But what I understand is when you're genuinely interested in other people, and when you work from your heart and you don't put money first and you put people's needs first, the money will follow, and I've worked very, very hard to a point that I've gotten sick, and that was my awakening that I needed to have work-life balance. And unfortunately, sometimes we have to go through these pivotal moments of illness to be able to understand that you have to put the brakes and learn how to balance your life. So to get to success, I've been extremely successful in real estate. I've managed multiple offices over the last 18 years. That's how long I've been in real estate. I worked with big brands, and it just got to a point in my life that I didn't want to work for a brand anymore that only looked at people as numbers. I wanted to help every single human being and every agent and every customer as if they're part of my family, and deliver on my promise. And I think in any industry, the easiest way to be able to be successful is just deliver on your promise. Sometimes people just totally overcomplicate it, and it's so simple. If you say you're going to do something, just do it and just show up, especially in the real estate industry. Because we're entrepreneurs and we're independent contractors, it's very easy to slack, and it's easy to stand out if you literally just deliver on what you say you're going to do.
Yeah. And so Lucianne, though, for you in generating relationships in that space, so you first need to have somebody to talk to do what you say you're going to do, right? So
Yeah.
How was it originally that you began creating relationships with people? I get you worked hard. I get that you had a great communication skills. So I'm not talking self-mastery or influence mastery, but what was your actual process? So when you were initially launching to meet people, where did you go to literally meet people that you could work with in the space of real estate? Where did you find them?
Well, I started, it was one person recommending the other person. So I started a long time ago, and for 17 years, I worked as a manager. I had a management level position. So technically, when I opened my own company, I had to start from scratch, because every single client I had over the last 17 years, I would pass those on to my agents. And now I'm actually handling the clients myself. I'm in the front lines, helping people sell their homes all over the world. And the way I've done it is every introduction I get, I usually ask the person, what is it that they are passionate about? What is it that they do? And how can I help them? I always finish the conversation on, okay, so help me understand, what is it that I can do to help you? And most people are very taken back, and they go out of their way to see what they can help me do to help me. And they start introducing me to others.
Right.
So
yeah. Beautiful example of reciprocity, connecting. And so Lucianne, are you ready to demonstrate some of these outstanding integrity-based communication skills on the Real Raw with Teresa later today?
Yes, I've already accepted that challenge.
Awesome. And quickly, one actionable step. You have 15 seconds to give people an actionable step today. I'm hearing you say be interested in other people. Anything else you'd share in 15 seconds?
Just step out of your comfort zone. And the first few times that you do it, it's just going to feel really uncomfortable, but use that as energy instead of fear, because we all have fear. Is absolutely normal. But what I usually say is fear is false expectations appearing real. And you just have to do it. And once you've done it once or twice, especially in my space, I work with a lot of high net worth and celebrities. And you would think that, they're in another universe, but they're just like us. And the first celebrity I contacted, I was extremely nervous. But once I did the first, I realized, oh, they're just like us. We're human beings. Like, we breathe the same way. And once you've done it a few times, it will be easier and easier over time.
Yeah. And so for everybody, let's share in the chat what you really enjoyed about Lucianne, what you learned, what your impressions are, right? In addition, you're hearing from somebody who, again, is working with high net worth people and celebrities. And what also is present is once you have the first one, it's very easy to get the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. The big challenge that most people give up on is how to create that initial relationship. It takes some time, but once you have that ecosystem merger connection, things flow from there. I'll bounce back in a second. Teresa, are you ready to rock with Lucianne later today?
Absolutely.
Awesome. One actionable from you. Just a quick one.
Stop hiding.
Stop hiring. What does that mean?
Stop hiding. Stop hiding.
Stop hiding and take massive action. That's the actionable from Teresa, actionable from Lucianne. Awesome stuff. Super grateful. And let's pop up for a second, Jared, if we could, the formula, because I want to drop in a couple of things that Lucianne and Teresa said. So if we have the formula slide ready to go, let's put it up.
I'll be adding it now. You can speak to it, but I'll be adding it now. You can keep going,
Yeah.
Sean.
Yeah, awesome. And so Fernando, actually, what's present for you, brother, with just takeaways from Lucianne and Teresa?
You know, what's present for me, one, I feel like a giant sense of humility, and, you know, the care and authenticity for other people is present. And just, you know, proof is in the pudding. 170 people seeing their future in Teresa only has to do with a high level of influence mastery. And then Lucianne's ability to pivot, be agile, is just a testament to her process mastery. So that's what I'm present to.
Right. Thank you for being here, brother. I know you're not feeling, you're feeling suboptimal today. So thanks, Fernando.
Yeah.
So for everybody, as we get ready to take this home, the key action steps on Trajectory Tuesday is to be present to the reality that we create massive acceleration and are limited from that acceleration because of ecosystem merging. What we mean by ecosystem merging, for those that are new to this space or even those that are there, is in the great work of Malcolm Gladwell. Gladwell talks about, and he cites various studies, and the tipping point for the idea that groupings of people are controlled and influenced by very few people. So our work in the space of creating acceleration is by creating relationships with those people that have influence over other groupings of people. And that is what is massively present. And the great mistake that people make is they bounce from group to group to group to group, scenario to scenario on a surface level. When we create actual relationship with leaders of the ecosystem, then we have influence over mass numbers of people, again, to be utilized with integrity. But this Trajectory Tuesday is about being present to and connecting with that reality. We have the primary slide in the formula, I think, going up. I see some things, okay. So we'll get that out in the chat, on the huddle tomorrow. And again, for those that are new today, we had a couple of innovations. We're going to camera for me. We're adding music. Forgive a little bit of the technical glitches for this morning. Huddle, it's Trajectory Tuesday. Take your screenshot on what's present there. We will be seamless, got it, as we go forward. And that is what we mean by the formula overall. So you hear the words, the formula, take a picture of it. That's what the formula looks like. That's what we delve into depth with in mastery. Sign up for the huddles, be here every day. Use this dynamic as a social proofing point. Actually, if we have somebody out there, Craig, Dimple, to raise their hand and be opened up just for 1 second. I'd love Dimple to jump in.
Yeah, we have a few people.
All right, then go ahead, Fernanda. Who do we got?
Awesome. Just a couple shout outs. We have Adrina, we have Bobby Chung, Brian Williamson, David Kuroga, and Dr. Samia. Got a couple comments, one from Rick Ricardo, progress, not perfection. We appreciate the continuous improvement mindset. And Tish is, life is not an adventure, it is nothing. This journey is an adventure. And we also have Dimple and my brother who raised their hands, so they'd like to share. So let's tag in Dimple.
Yeah, let's tag in Dimple for a quick minute. Hey, Dimple, what's up?
Hey, Sean. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So could you give us, yeah, thank you. So Dimple is a rock star in the relationship coaching world. We've done work together, and she is a true, like, amazing person committed to mastery in the mastery program. And we had our mastery huddle 8 a.m. today. Dimple, quick 15 to 30 seconds on, you said your mind was blown in our discussion about social proof. What was present for you?
So what was present for me was that I had been playing small, and exactly what's been spoken about today by these beautiful ladies was all around facing the fear and knowing that actually using it as energy. I think it was Luciana that said that. brilliant, just so inspired. And that's absolutely what I'm going to take away from here. And then the other point I wanted to make was, Teresa mentioned about the difficulties that people are having with the whole lockdown process. And it's real, it's truthful. I adore that vulnerability. Thank you so much. And for that, I have created, and it's an absolutely free gift that I've put the link on. It's a guide to surviving lockdown. And also,
That's awesome.
in that guide,
Yeah.
there's two other things, Sean, just very quickly. There's a guide to surviving lockdown, and there is two pieces, his and her. They are the key questions that I get asked as a relationship coach by the men and by the women, the answers to those key questions. It's there in the chat.
Hey, is one of those questions from the women, why are men so nuts? And is another question from the men, why are women so nuts? Is that true, Dimple?
It's not the top question that I get asked. These are the answers to the top questions.
I'm kidding. I totally get it. Thank you, Dimple. But so awesome. And so have an amazing Trajectory Tuesday. Thank you, Dimple. And Frando, did you want to touch base with your remarkable brother?
Yeah, this is a big moment. So let's tag in Gio. His name is Giovanni. Let's tag him in. And G, what is happening, man? What are you present to on your first huddle ever?
Other than the fact that Frando said that you were like, leave me alone, you're not dragging me to this huddle and all this stuff. And how are you feeling now, G?
So let's just get you to unmute. Give him a few seconds. He might have accidentally raised his hand. 3, 2.
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, what's up, man?
What's up, brother? I'm not listening to you guys. It's awesome. I'm telling you, I could feel the energy. Whenever you guys speak, it's awesome to hear you guys, how motivated you guys are. I'm just trying to like understand exactly more of what you do and seeing everything that you guys all do and trying to like.
We help make people make more money in less time with more magic. Understand the dynamics of how to connect, build relationship with integrity, create massive acceleration, and that's what we're doing here, my friend. So unless of course, G, you have all the money, all the time, and all the magical feelings in the world you want. Do you have all three of those things in complete, overwhelming abundance yet, or not yet?
No, not yet. You know, I mean, that's something you always strive for and work hard for. So.
Well, I don't have all that either. So that's what we're all doing here together collectively. So welcome. And last thing, how you feeling about your brother?
Oh, it's proud of him every day. I'm proud of him every day. I kind of try not to tell him a lot. I don't want to excite it to get bigger.
he can get lost with a big head like occasionally, but can't we all, G? You know, so we got to keep him humble. Him a lightning bolt once in a while, but he is quite the rock star.
Don't get me wrong, I do. I give him credit. Extremely proud of him. I've always told him that to a degree, but you know, I always come down hard on him. Like I will always do that. He knows that, and it's all out of love, and that's why I think what keeps him even more focused than what he is.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm so proud of him about. He has been so humble, so open to learning and growth. And when people think about how to learn and create acceleration, he is an unbelievable person to model. And he's just been a blessing for all of us to work with and accelerate with. So thanks for sharing your brother. Thanks for coming on this morning.
Thank you, G.
Thank you. And so for all of us out there, it is Trajectory Tuesday. It's easy to fall into patterns of normalcy. It's easy to get feeling like a rush of energy and then come back down again. Let's take this forward, create action today, and the actionable step at the very least for you today is to call one reach ecosystem, reach out to one normalized ecosystem, much more attainable, much more around you, have conversations with both about co-creating together. If you want to think about what to co-create, just interview them, video it, and also talk about getting on the huddle to create connection, acceleration, social proofing normalcy for you. Fran, any final?
That is all, sir. Amazing huddle, and we are all blind.
And just learn to see. Have an amazing day. Thanks.
Thank you.
So now is the time you take action. What is the one thing you will do today that will help you make more money in less time and with more magic? All you need to do is take one action right now and then head over to our private Facebook community at www.unblindedmovement.com to share your big win for the day. If you share today's win and any questions you may have for us, along with a 5-star review, so we can reach more like-minded people like yourselves, your questions will be answered and maybe even your win will be live on the podcast. And if you have not already subscribed, please visit www.unblindedhuddle.com to be part of our live studio audience for each morning huddle so that we can help you see what you don't see about the fun, excitement, and magic of exponentially growing your sales.